You know, there's a deep irony in how we search for fulfillment through the stories we tell ourselves and others. We often believe that by crafting a narrative that's compelling or relatable, we can gain acceptance, validation, and ultimately happiness. But what if I told you that the very quest for approval through our narratives is what keeps us trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction? Think about it this way. The search for external validation can often overshadow the simple yet profound experiences life offers us. Have you felt this pressure? The need to impress, to articulate your journey in a way that earns you applause, instead of just living those moments as they come? You see, it's not just about sharing your life story. It's about the richness that comes from simply experiencing life, unencumbered by the need for recognition. Life's true essence resides in the moments that often escape words altogether. It lives in the laughter shared with friends over a cup of coffee, in the stillness of a sunset that takes your breath away, and in those fleeting conversations where you connect with another soul. These moments transform us. They enrich our experiences far more than any applause could. But so many of us miss them, grasping for validation rather than allowing ourselves to be fully present and engaged. Let's delve into this through the journey of a bright individual named Alex. Alex has always been bright, filled with potential and creativity, but there's always been this undercurrent of need. You see, growing up in a family that held appearances and public opinion in high regard, Alex learned early on that validation was like currency. School presentations turned into an elaborate dance of performance for peers. Family gatherings became stages where every word spoken had to be preciously curated, carefully aligned with what would gain approval. Each interaction was a chance to showcase achievements, to narrate experiences in the most appealing way possible. But underneath that shiny facade lay chronic self-doubt and anxiety. Every praised accomplishment was shadowed by the fear that it wouldn't be enough. Alex would often replay conversations in their mind, dissecting every word for potential misinterpretation. The yearning for validation from others became a prison that confined Alex's authenticity and stifled the spontaneity of genuine experiences. There were moments, especially in those reflective, quiet times, when the emptiness would creep in, whispering doubts about whether their life was even worth sharing if not delivered in a perfectly packaged narrative. This cycle of seeking approval is such a common narrative today, isn't it? You wake up each day and the world around you demands explanations for your choices and your dreams. Every interaction with friends or acquaintances revolves around reliving or analyzing past experiences, rationalizing decisions with crafted stories that fulfill others' expectations rather than simply embracing what is. It's exhausting. And for Alex, this cycle was no different. In their daily routine, every choice was put under a microscope, evaluated based on how it would be received by others. Even the simplest interactions became loaded with expectations. Enter Jamie, Alex's close friend, whose own life revolved around judgment and validation. Jamie thrived on the approval of others, feeding into the narrative that success lay in the opinions of many. It created a dual dynamic between them, one perpetuating the need for external validation, while the other, Alex, became more tangled within their internal conflict. The two of them would often talk endlessly about their accomplishments, but in truth, these conversations felt hollow, because deep down they both recognized the underlying emptiness, the knowledge that they were using words to mask feelings. Each success, each triumph, a trophy that, instead of bringing joy, was merely a reminder of the validation they lacked. Yet, as these days turned into weeks and years, Alex couldn't escape that nagging sensation that there had to be more. Despite hitting milestones and reaching goals, a sense of void remained. Alex found themselves filled with anxiety, constantly questioning whether their stories were truly worthy of the attention they craved, or if any of it had even mattered at all. What Alex didn't realize was that lurking beneath the surface of these experiences was an entirely different journey waiting to unfold, one that would lead them towards authenticity and fulfillment. But to get there, a catalyst was necessary. They needed to rediscover the essence of truly living, beyond the need for words or validation. And so, this journey towards self-understanding would test everything Alex knew about themselves and the world around them. So, my friend, what if you paused for a moment? If you've recognized bits of Alex's story within your own life, don't dismiss it just yet. Because the truth is, we're about to dive deep into what happens when the soul starts seeking richness in experience, unfettered from the chains of expectation and performance. Let me invite you to stay with me for what's next. Now, let me take this deeper, because there's a layer to this that changes everything. You see, the journey Alex is on isn't just about shedding the need for validation. It's about unraveling the very psychological mechanisms that have kept them locked in this cycle. If you're starting to feel the weight of this understanding, I encourage you to lean in. This is where it gets really interesting. What's crucial to recognize here is that seeking approval isn't merely a habit. It's a deeply ingrained belief, fueled by the very structure of our social conditioning. When we grow up in an environment that equates love with performance, where praise is dispensed like candy for good grades or perfect behavior, we internalize the idea that our worth is measured by how we perform in front of others. This is what I want you to understand. It's not simply about being validated, it's about feeling seen and accepted. But this perceived need for validation can come at a hidden cost that goes unnoticed in the shine of achievements. By tethering our self-esteem to the approval of others, we unwittingly surrender our authority to define our worth. And here's the thing. This shift creates a cycle of emotional turmoil. When Alex achieved milestones, there was a fleeting rush of joy, but it dissipated quickly, leaving behind a gnawing emptiness. Have you ever felt that way? The high of a successful moment fades, replaced by the ever-looming question, is this enough? It's a relentless cycle of comparison, spiraling down a rabbit hole where fulfillment feels just out of reach. Each triumph becomes not a moment to celebrate, but a mere stepping stone to the next socially dictated goal. Imagine Alex in the midst of this struggle, at social events, tensions bubbling beneath the surface. Conversations become performances rather than exchanges. A light-hearted gathering over dinner, friends laughing and sharing stories, morphs into a minefield. What do I share that will be impressive? How do I frame my latest achievement to get the right nods of approval? In those moments, Alex feels like a performer on a stage, desperately seeking applause while longing for genuine connection. Let me tell you about a conversation they had one evening. They were sitting at a small cafe with Jamie, discussing their latest accomplishments. Alex talked about a recent promotion at work, a milestone that should have brought joy. But as they spoke, there was an edge to their voice, an underlying current of anxiety. Jamie chimed in, championing the need to top their latest achievement, layering on pressure like clockwork. The conversation revolved around the accolades rather than the experiences themselves, trading rich narratives for rehearsed applause. But inside, all Alex felt was a drain, a sense that anything beautiful about the experience was stifled under the weight of needing recognition. And this, my friend, is the hidden cost of our pursuit for validation. It's not just a moment of anxiety or self-doubt, it's a draining of our authentic selves. We become so busy crafting the narrative of our lives that we miss out on truly living them. The essence of life, that simple yet profound joy found in spontaneous moments, becomes overshadowed by a need to justify our existence. This realization began to sink into Alex the moment they attended that retreat, a catalyst for change. There, amidst a sea of unfamiliar faces, something shifted. They came across a mentor, someone who challenged the traditional narratives around success and fulfillment. It was during a breakout session when the mentor presented an idea that rippled through Alex like a refreshing wave. True fulfillment comes not from the validation of stories, but from the essence of unfiltered experience. Can you imagine the impact of that moment? As the words settled within, Alex started to see their life through a newly opened lens. They were struck by the profound truth that life experiences carry a weight far beyond stories told for validation. Experiences, raw and unedited, hold a beauty that no narrative, crafted or rehearsed, can ever convey. Now here's where it all begins to tie together. You don't need to mold your experiences into digestible stories for others. You don't have to continuously perform to showcase your worth. When you strip away the pressure to narrate every detail, you just might find a depth and richness in your experiences that you were previously blind to. This is a pivotal moment for our protagonist Alex. It's an awakening, a recognition that their worth does not hinge on the applause of others, but rather flourishes in the purity of living fully in the moment. Of course, this realization didn't instantly erase the old patterns. Change is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. The first time Alex sat in silence, allowing the stillness to settle in without rushing to fill it with words, they felt a mix of liberation and fear. What would others think? Would Jamie understand? But in that moment, when Alex was simply present, something profound happened. They began to notice the beauty in the world around them, the way the light danced across the table, the scents wafting through the air, the laughter bubbling up from a nearby table. It was as if the color had returned to a faded photograph, happy and vibrant once again. This is merely the beginning. As Alex chose this path toward authenticity, small victories began to accumulate. Those quiet moments turned into powerful anchors. Embracing silence in conversations became a statement of worth, where Alex no longer felt the tug to fill gaps. The gaps themselves became sacred spaces, allowing for true connection. With each step, every time they chose authenticity over performance, something within blossomed. But right alongside that transformation, challenges arose. People in their life began to notice the shift. Jamie, in particular, wasn't thrilled about this new reality. And this, my friend, is where the real journey begins. Prepare yourself to witness Alex navigating the turbulent waters of self-discovery amidst the whirlpool of external expectations. This is a path worth exploring, with its share of grit and grace, the struggle of shifting from a narrative-driven life to one immersed in authentic experiences. Are you ready to follow along? But here's what changes everything. As Alex continued on this path of authenticity, they discovered a profound truth that transformed their perspective. When you choose to embody your true self, the world around you begins to reflect that authenticity back to you. It's like looking into a mirror that not only shows your face, but also reveals the essence of your spirit. As Alex navigated this journey, they started recognizing the myriad ways they had previously censored themselves, carefully curating their life narrative for acceptance. Embracing silence and being present allowed genuine connections to flourish. Have you ever felt how the quiet can amplify a moment's beauty? The laughter of friends, the gentle rustle of the wind, the warmth of shared silence. All these experiences can weave a rich tapestry of connection. Imagine Alex sitting with Jamie one afternoon, the familiar cafe buzzing with conversation. Jamie asked, "So what's new? Any big stories to share?" For the first time, Alex hesitated and simply said, "I'm just enjoying the moment." A stillness settled between them, and in that silence, Alex felt liberated from the pressure to perform. They didn't have to narrate every detail of their life. Instead, they observed, allowing the laughter and glances to flow naturally, tuning into the day without the need for validation. However, challenges soon arose. Jamie looked puzzled by this new approach. "It feels like you're holding back. We need to celebrate your successes. Why won't you share them?" Alex recognized the clash between Jamie's expectations and their desire for authenticity. Though rooted in concern, Jamie's words pressed on the old patterns that Alex was working to break free from. Was it wrong to pursue this new way of being? Would they disappoint others in the process? In this moment of doubt, Alex remembered the retreat that had sparked their change, where they learned that true fulfillment doesn't stem from telling captivating stories, but rather from living authentically. They began to realize that sharing life didn't require a script, nor did it mean they had to deliver every moment for applause. Instead, presence itself became the new currency for connection. One evening, Alex decided to confront their fears. They attended a social gathering alone, determined to simply observe rather than perform. Upon arriving, they settled into the rhythm of the event, keenly noticing the genuine interactions of others. Two attendees nearby engaged in a heartfelt discussion, sharing their struggles and triumphs without embellishment. Their authenticity breathed life into the room, and for Alex it became clear this kind of connection was powerful. In that moment, watching the joy unfold through unfiltered conversations, Alex felt a wave of liberation. There was beauty in vulnerability. They suddenly understood they were not alone in this yearning for authenticity. When we shed our protective narratives and step into our truth, we foster connections that enrich our lives. With each quiet victory, Alex empowered themselves to push through doubts and fears. Instead of retracting when confronted by Jamie's expectations, they found strength in their journey toward living authentically. Reveling in silence during conversations became a practice of empowerment rather than isolation. These small moments accumulated, creating a refuge for true self-expression. But even as Alex blossomed, they knew the path ahead was filled with growth. Friends like Jamie may struggle to understand the shift. Would they judge the commitment to authenticity as a retreat from engagement? It wouldn't be easy, but Alex realized this journey was about inviting others to join, not about isolating themselves from the people they loved. The courage to embrace authenticity meant opening up to Jamie and showing them this new perspective, inviting them into a deeper understanding of what it means to live fully. What if, instead of feeling disconnected, they explored this path together? Alex saw the potential for rich conversations that could arise from this honesty, an opportunity to create a space for authenticity between old friends. Here's the thing, Alex thought. Embracing my own truth doesn't mean dismissing those I care about. It means inviting them to walk alongside me. Moving forward, their journey would be not solely about personal discovery, but also about creating connections that could support mutual growth. As Alex reflected on their newfound understanding, they realized that walking this authentic path wasn't just about self-improvement. It was an invitation for others to join in this unfolding journey. And as they embraced this perspective, the world around them began to change. Authenticity blossomed beyond themselves, stretching toward each relationship in their life. With each step forward, they learned to let go of the need for affirmation from others and instead embraced the fulfillment found in shared silence and genuine presence. This transformative journey illuminated a profound truth. True authenticity fosters genuine connection. And as this realization deepened, Alex began to see the world through a lens of vibrant possibilities, realizing it is in living fully, side by side with others, that we discover the heart of life itself. So as Alex continues to navigate this journey, what happens next? How will they invite Jamie and others into this new world of unfiltered experience? Stay with me as we explore the emerging dynamics of connection, authenticity, and the unfolding beauty of shared human experience. It's a journey worth taking, and every moment promises growth. As we arrive at this pivotal moment, Alex stands ready to immerse themselves in the next chapter of transformation. What does it truly mean to embrace authenticity, not only for oneself, but also for the connections that matter most? This journey offers an incredible opportunity for Alex, for Jamie, and for everyone willing to dive into the depths of genuine living. One evening, under the soft glow of the setting sun, Alex decided it was time to have an honest conversation with Jamie. "Hey, Jamie," they began, heart racing with anticipation. "I've been thinking a lot about our friendship recently. I've changed how I view my life and our connection, and I want to share that with you." Jamie shifted in their chair, curiosity developing in their expression. "Changed how?" they asked, leaning forward, eager for clarity. "I feel that our interactions can be more than just stories and performances," Alex explained. "They don't have to be about impressing one another. I found joy in being present, and I want us to explore that together." A thoughtful silence enveloped them for a heartbeat, before Jamie responded, "So you're saying we don't need to impress each other with grand stories? It can just be about simply being." "Exactly. It's about enjoying moments together, sharing ideas, thoughts, and even the comfortable silence without the pressure of anything else." As they delved deeper, every shared thought forged a connection between them that had been previously obscured. Jamie slowly opened up about their struggles with self-worth. "I've always tied my value to what others think of me," they admitted. "Sometimes it feels like I have to be on a stage." This shared vulnerability began to weave a tapestry of understanding between them. Each chuckle and heartfelt revelation enriched their connection further. "What if we redefine our friendship to embrace everything? The joys, the vulnerability, the everyday moments," Alex proposed. With enthusiasm in their eyes, Jamie replied, "That's the kind of connection I want. Let's promise to support each other in this authentic way, embracing every moment without the need for pretense." Together, they crafted a pact that would anchor their friendship in this new realm of authenticity. They vowed to consciously approach their interactions with presence, discarding the need for a facade. This shift wasn't just beneficial for Alex, it allowed Jamie to redefine their narrative too. Yet, the impact of this newfound authenticity extended far beyond their friendship. Alex noticed how their commitment rippled through the lives of others, family members and acquaintances alike. Each genuine interaction evolved into an opportunity for deeper connections, forging bonds steeped in truth and presence. Of course, the road wasn't always smooth. Alex encountered friends who struggled with the absence of performative storytelling, yearning for the narratives that once colored their exchanges. But Alex learned that discomfort often accompanies growth. The journey towards authenticity required facing complexities together, where honesty might initially cause unease, but ultimately fosters understanding. Here's the beautiful irony. As Alex leaned into their truth, they unknowingly inspired others to do the same. The more genuine Alex became, the more those around them began shedding their own layers. It ignited a shared awakening, a collective realization that living authentically breeds deeper ties. Through this experience, Alex discovered an exhilarating freedom, not merely for themselves but as a catalyst for others. This journey filled their life with vibrant moments of laughter and warmth, all grounded in honesty. Each step toward authenticity forged connections that felt rich and fulfilling, illuminating the wonder of shared experiences. As this chapter draws to a close, here's an invitation for you. What would it look like for you to embrace your true self? How might you extend that invitation to those you hold dear? Life is brimming with potential, and every moment offers the chance to create genuine connections. Let's continue this exploration together. Embrace the heart of life and the vibrant possibilities it holds. Every moment invites growth, and as we step boldly into authenticity, we can uncover a world alive with connection and richness. The journey does not end here. It is full of promise, and the invitation to live openly, fully present, and in unity awaits. Together, let's uncover the beauty that lies within and around us, one authentic moment at a time.